Folks, I heard some at least partially decent news today that the Bill Cosby trial has ended in a mistrial. I really would love to see what the polling of the jury shows. Excuse me. Hopefully the majority of the jury voted for acquittal versus finding Mr. Cosby guilty. If the polling was 10-2 in favor of conviction and the two not guilty votes were the only two black people that were on the jury, that gives me a little bit of hope. Not hope for the 10 white jurors, but hope that at least the two black jurors could see that this basically was a witch hunt against Mr. Cosby, and that the prosecutor only had his political career in mind in this particular prosecution. There was no evidence, no physical evidence, no complaint by the quote-unquote injured party for more than a year. There was evidence that she continued a relationship, and I mean a relationship where she interacted with Mr. Cosby. Those are not the actions of a person who believes that she has been wronged. Now, the prosecutor has shown his true colors by immediately stating that he was going to move to retry this case. And that is absolutely out of the ordinary. Normally, a prosecutor will give a news conference and state that they are going to re-examine the case before making a decision about going forward. But this guy has hung his hat on his statement that he will convict Mr. Cosby. So, as far as I'm concerned, Bill is still out on $1 million bail. He can still do his thing. His wife issued a statement condemning the judge, the prosecutor, the prosecutor's assistants, and the media for basically lynching Mr. Cosby in the public forum. And she was absolutely right. You don't hear anything about all of the quote-unquote other white people who have committed crimes that are basically lynched in public. All of the pedophiles rolling around Hollywood, all of the basically women molesters, people like Ben Roethlisberger, no negative publicity whatsoever about them when their situations arose, but for whatever reason, they decided that they were going to go after this black man who's done nothing but good for the black community. And even when he called out the black community for behavior that was detrimental to our community, even then, he should be saluted. I have stated before, I'll state it again. They rolled 50 women out there, and I've done videos on this. They rolled 50 women out there, and 37 of those women, if you did any kind of investigation for yourself or followed their situations, 37 of them lied, absolutely lied, whereas approximately 10 to 12 of them basically had to recant and disappear from the public eye. You got that ambulance chaser, Gloria Allred, who loves getting in front of a camera because her ass was raped down in Mexico and she couldn't get any justice. So now, anytime a man's accused of any type of sexual impropriety, she is Johnny on the spot. Like I said, she's an ambulance chaser. Hopefully, this will go away and the prosecutor will reconsider his position and let this thing go. The complaining party settled with Mr. Cosby. She needs to carry her ass on, let this thing go, especially since she took the money to keep her mouth shut. But again, I'm not really going to hold out a lot of hope. But at least Mr. Cosby is free, even though it is on $1 million bail, to continue with his life. They are trying to kill this man. You're trying to kill him with pressure, tension, bad publicity, and just smearing his name and reputation through the mud. And we need to support him every chance that we get.